Hey, what's up, y'all? I just want to say I appreciate y'all for getting all the free stuff, man. I got a whole lot more coming, man. I'm about to make stuff in different styles and all type of stuff for y'all. Whatever y'all need, man, just let me know. Man, I got a lot of stuff coming. I got a Beatstars on the way. Beatstars going to be in the link. Y'all grab whatever y'all need. I'm going to have a 75% off discount. Got buy one, get two free, buy two, get three free, all that type of stuff. So, y'all want some beats, y'all need some beats, go through there. Got it in every style. Appreciate y'all. Hey, what's up, y'all, man? It's your boy Solomon, bro. I'm back here, man. I'm about to show y'all 3 steps to mixing in Studio One, man. About 3 steps. First step, because I'm going to get right into it. Going to be real quick with this, because I want this to be really simple and plain. So, first step is the beat. Put your beat around -12 to like -6 in this dB meter. So, we were looking at this dB meter right here, this whole meter. You want to keep this beat around -12, never -6. I'm going to play this real quick so show you what I mean. Anywhere you go, Lord, you can move me. You see how it's in the middle of that? Anywhere you go, Lord, you can move. Now, this is a challenge I was doing on Instagram. I just want to use it as an example. So it got vocals on it, but even if it's just a raw beat, that's where you want it right there. You want it in between that space. You want it so you can have headroom on the master later on. If you don't understand what that means, we'll get into that in another video for sure. But just to know, when you're doing this by yourself as an artist, producer, whatever you're doing, put it in between that -12, -6. You can have it low where it's kind of coming up around the 12. You can have it where you go, Lord, you can move me. I'm available, Lord, you can choose me. Yeah, say it. So you can do that. You can bring it down a little bit like that you want to, but keep it around that place. That's just a good rule of thumb. That's just a good rule of thumb. So if you do that every time. If I know there's a popular thing going around, Young Thug's engineer said he brings a beat down 8 dB every time. Brings it down 8 dB every single time. If he doing that, that's a good rule of thumb for anybody. I usually bring it down regardless. You know what I mean? I bring that regardless. So like, yeah, that's the first thing. -12 to -6. Really, you want it between like -12, -8. Really, like -9. It's going to be beating up around there, but that's what you want. So I'm -12, -9. Keep it around that place. Please, this is super simple. Just get beat, drop it around there. Now the vocal, good rule of thumb. All my processing is off. It's just auto tune on this. We're gonna bring it down. We're gonna bring it down and bring it level up with the beat. We're gonna bring it up level with the beat, and I'm gonna show you what I'm listening for. It's super simple. It's more of an ear thing than a technical. Than like a technical, metering issue thing. So what I'm gonna do, the second step, which I'm gonna explain, the second step is using the input controls on Studio One in order to level your stuff. You see how I'm using this? I'm using these input controls, which I find over here in the mix window. I'm up in the mix window, and then I'm up in the input controls. I'm in the input controls. So what I'm doing, you just get that, boom. Hit that. Yours is going to be off. If it ain't on, it's going to be off. So what I'm doing, I'm going over here. I'm putting in the input controls. Boom, boom. I got mine. So second step, use those to level everything. It's just a good rule of thumb. I do not use these. There's a lot of reasons why it don't matter. I'm just saying simple. You want a simple workflow, use these. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you. I'm going to drop my vocal all the way down. And then I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to show you what I'm listening for. Anywhere you go, Lord, you can move me. I'm available, Lord, you can choose me. Yeah, Satan want my soul, he acting goofy, but now I'm Gucci. Told him I'm wanna turn me up. Gucci don't flash, turn me up. Times you done show me love, show me love. All of them times, wanting up. All them dang times you was showing up. You was showing up. Pulled off, no bag on you. You know those things I do. Cool. So what I did. So what I did with that, I stopped it when it started to feel like a song. When it started to feel like a song, that's when I stopped. So cool. So let's look at the metering. What's the metering look like? What's the metering look like? Gucci don't flash, turn me. You see, it's around the same place. Gucci don't flash, turn me up. Times you done show me love, show me love. It's around the same place as the beat is. This beat doesn't have a vocal on it, so it's not as loud. This part of the beat doesn't have vocal on it, so it's not as loud. So you can make it louder. Your effects will make stuff louder regardless. So that's why, like, it doesn't need to be overwhelmingly loud. You know what I mean? So, but it's in a good place. You can use gain on a compressor, whatever, to bring it up some extra if you need it. But right now, this is a good rule of thumb. It's really kind of sitting kind of in front. It's starting to bounce. It's starting to feel like a song already right there. That's my best rule of thumb about leveling, is to bring it up with the beat a little bit above, and a good balance within it. You want to start feeling like the groove of the song. You can start feeling even if it's raw. So that's my rule of thumb with that. And so on the third step, what we really want is the ad-libs. The ad-libs is quieter than your vocal. 100% of the time they usually, I just say 99% of the time they usually are. And so since they are like that, we're gonna have them kind of they're gonna be under, of course, but they're gonna give it like a little bounce. So let's play it real quick, and I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the vocal. I'm gonna bring them down, and then I'm gonna bring them up. Jump in the lane, wanna turn me up. Gucci don't flash, turn me up. Times you done show me love. Jump in the lane, wanna turn me up. Gucci don't flash, turn me up. Times you done show me love, show me love. All of them times, wanting up. All them dang times you was showing up. You was showing up. You was showing up. Pulled off, no back, wanting up. You was showing 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 up. They wanna turn me up. Gucci don't fly. See, cool. So I was just playing around with it, wanted to hear it over and over again. So what I also do, and I'm gonna show you this, which is another cool trick. It's another cool trick right here. What I'm gonna do now, when you're in a bar, you have a little bar, like you have the whole space, the filled space right here, this purple around here. If you go, there's two basic bottom highs. See this line in between it? If you rise your cursor above it, it's going to change. Now it's going to let you to drag, kind of collect the space and delete or do whatever. What I do is I do Command Option X. Command Option X. I get in there, Command Option X. Boom. It creates a box over it. And now this little tab right here allows me to move the volume up and down. And so let's say right here, this is like a little too quiet for me. Even though I got the gain in an okay place, I'm gonna bring that a little bit. And wanna turn me up. Gucci wanna turn me up. Gucci don't fly. Wanna turn me up. Gucci don't fly. See, that is my favorite thing about the event gain. That's the proper way to say it, event gain. And so I use the event gain in order to bring it up and down. That is the best rule of thumb for that for me. I love it. So that's another thing you can use is that event gain. In order to, a lot of people do that in order to automate their vocals. They'll have a space basically between this, and they'll basically make it all one thing. Instead of compression doing all the work, stuff like that. So yeah, y'all, that's it for this for 11. I pray that makes so much sense to y'all. So first step is just -12 to -9 with your beat. Second step, getting the vocal, resting it just a little bit above the vocal to the point where you can start rocking it like a song. And then the third step is the ad-libs being a little bit under your vocal, giving it bounce, and then also just put a plus with that event gain little step to help y'all adjust volumes for different times in your song if it's quiet, so stuff like that. So hey, I appreciate y'all. I got a whole much more stuff coming. I'm gonna have a Beatstars link in the description. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. See y'all later.